Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Melvin Williams, and I am excited to talk to you this Sunday afternoon. I'm going to take a couple minutes of your time to talk about what we saw down at Channel Partners Evolution down here in Philadelphia at the convention center. It was a great time. We learned a lot, and that is what we're here to talk about right now. We're here to make those IT leaders aware who didn't get an opportunity to come down there. So if you're in here in the Philadelphia area or not too far from here and you couldn't make it down to the convention, if you're an IT leader, a chief information officer, or a chief technology officer, an IT manager, a service manager, anyone that's affected that has a business unit that integrates with an IT department, and you didn't have an opportunity to see what all of these wonderful companies were doing and talking about, we're here to bring it to you right here. So we feel at M&N Communications, it is our job to make you aware of all these companies that are going to be disrupting the industry. IT executives don't have all the time to research all the massive amounts of companies. And the fact of the matter is, those IT leaders want those holistic solutions that empower something called a customer experience. Because as we've learned down, recently, that the new battleground is the customer's experience. So CX is the new battleground. So we're here to bring you information about what we saw. So let's start off. Did you know that 5G, IoT, the Internet of Things, and other technologies will be disrupting a market very close to you, an industry? Your customers are going to expect more. We learned that down there at Channel Partners Evolution. And if you're not planning and learning about these disruptors, you will suffer the same fate of all the companies who have fell victim to this fourth industrial revolution, where we've come from copper to artificial intelligence to faster speeds, lower latency, and current than any current wireless connection ever provided. Those IT leaders that miss this particular event, or anyone out there, you guys need to understand that you don't have time to keep up with the pace of change. Not when you're trying to run an enterprise, not when you're trying to make sure that your organization is able to scale up and down, not when you're trying to put together a program of how you're going to digitally how you're going to go a part of that digital transformation and move your organization from those old legacy systems to the new cloud-based systems. You're trying to figure out whether you're going to use public cloud, whether you're going to build your own private cloud, whether you're going to outsource and create a hybrid cloud. IT leaders don't have the time to figure out what companies are doing what. So we're here to bring it to you. So did you know that there are companies right within our area that are disrupting the market that will help you to provide a better customer experience? And if you didn't know this, understand that the competition may know this. And also, what we learned down at Channel Partners Evolution 18 is that the millenniums are going to start running these companies. Those millenniums who have taken part in almost every decision that was ever made in their life, they want to take part in those same IT decisions. And if they don't know what they don't know, then how are they going to make educated decisions based off of data that they don't have the time to acquire? And that brings us here. Why here at M&N Communications, we feel as though that we add value to you. So using technology to become more competitive while having more modern digital capabilities are driving digital transformations, requiring accumulated technical debt so that you can focus more on innovation, understanding that IT has become a commoditized resource information type of industry. And those industries that understand this are winning the market. It's hard replacing legacy tech, but business drivers are demanding change. Things like culture, those millenniums, like I said, they're driving a cultural change within the enterprise. Do you have the technology in place that's going to empower them in the workplace? Financial and security. Security is so big right now. Mostly all the vendors that I was talking to down at the Channel Partners Evolution / cybersecurity summit down here in Philadelphia, where our partners Danos got up. And Mike, I got to send you a shout out. You did a great speech, and we love you here down at M&N Communications. And we love the way that you guys are revolutionizing the way the technology and security is being taken care of within those enterprises and small businesses. And what we also learned is that the MSP, the managed solution provider, is out there trying to learn how to bring better solutions, better products to the enterprise. They're out there spending countless amounts of time trying to figure out what is going on. And the one thing that we're going to spend our little bit of time talking about is that 5G revolution, the promise of ultimately giving us that ultra reliability, better capabilities, coverage, lower latency, and massive device connectivity. That is changing the market within all industries. Because when they say, if you have access to the wishing well, then you can produce and you can bring your products to market much faster. And that's basically what the cloud and our partner AT&T is going to be bringing to you with their new 5G platform. We want to talk to you about those trends that we learned about down at Channel Partners Evolution. I have to tell you, there's going to be a shortage of IT talent, with that subscription-based economy coming on upon us. IT leaders have to understand that you're not by yourself. There are companies that are out there building massive amounts of infrastructure, building their own cloud to be able to provide you with a better customer experience. We learned that software-defined networks are going to be taking us into the future. What is it like on the application level? What is going on into 2019? So I didn't want to take up too much of your time, but I do want to say this. We learned that IT leaders don't have the time or the resources to keep up with the rate of change. So I'm going to say one more time exactly what we do here at M&N Communication, because to be honest with you, before we do that, we would like to thank all of our partners that were down there, specifically Intelisys, the master agent, any other Comcast business, Momentum Telecom, CoreSite, Congenuine, Cox Business, Data Bank, China Telecom Americas, Call Tower, Avira, X by X, 8x8 Communications, AT&T, AC&C Business Division. So we would like to tell you that there is a plethora, there is a myriad of companies out there that are working hard, building up infrastructures, trying to build the next best thing to take your enterprise to the next level. I hope that you enjoyed my recaps of what I learned at Channel Partners Evolution 2018. And once again, we would like to thank all of the partners, if we didn't mention you, all of the partners that were talking about cable, all of the partners that were talking about building an enterprise in the cloud, all of the partners, specifically Flex Central, that is here in our very own market, talking about their new data center, all of the partners that were talking about being international focused, allowing you to dip into the international market. We thank you for bringing the convention down to Philadelphia for Channel Partners Evolution. And my name is Melvin Williams. I am the Director of Business Development here at M&N Communications. And one last shout out to CompTIA, where I am the Executive Council member for the Technology Lifecycle Service Committee, where we touch on all of the technology cycles of an enterprise business, any aspect from the design and the discovery point, all the way down to getting rid of those old legacy IT equipment. So once again, I am also the co-chair on the Design and Implement group for the Technology Life Cycles Council. And I wanted to send this shout out to our group because we're out here working hard to teach you guys about what's going on in the market and how you can change your enterprise and go from getting fired to being the star at your organization. So once again, if you're a chief information officer, or a chief technology officer, an IT service manager, thank you very much for listening to M&N Communications, and we will be bringing you our next session live from Plymouth meeting with our partner Momentum Telecom, where they're going to be talking about how they're disrupting the market, what their current clients are doing to disrupt the market. And if you're not their current client, most likely their current client is your competition and what they're doing, what technology they're using. So don't forget and catch us next on Wednesday. Thank you for your time and have a great day.